When I talk about fitness, we talk about what we call 5 components of fitness, which I kind of touched on before. The number 1 component is flexibility. As we age, tendons and ligaments become less pliable. Worst case scenario, joints can almost become immobilized. Now, stretching, range of motion, just doing things to constantly keep yourself in that range of motion, working on your flexibility can help you stay there or not lose it as quickly as possible. It's the old use it or lose it. I say that a lot, but it's true. Life is like that. If you don't use something, you lose it. Obviously, strength is a component of fitness. That's component number 2. Age-related loss of muscle, as I touched on before, starts in your mid-20s and accelerates a little bit through your 40s. But it can be held at bay or reversed with strength training. Third component would be some type of cardiovascular. Now, people say cardio and they think they gotta run around the track or ride walking is good cardiovascular. Another thing, walking. If you walk 10,000 steps a day, every day, you could lose a pound a week that way too. That's another thing that they've actually done testing on, give or take. Now, that doesn't mean you can out-exercise a bad diet. Oh, I walk 10,000 steps a day, so I'm going to eat something extra. That doesn't work that way. But, so any kind of cardio, anything that gets you moving, gets your heart rate going, walking is very underrated. A lot of people come in and say, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. Well, what can you do? Can you walk? Well, get them on a bike. Or something to get them moving again. 4th component is balance. We want to prevent falls and injury. Once again, I can say this, our age and older, the number 1 reason we end up in a hospital is because we fall. And whatever happens to us after we fall. Now, there's other reasons, obviously, but that's the number 1 reason why that happens. You also want balance between your muscle groups. I see a lot of people working out and they'll just do certain muscle groups and then they'll get something, will feel bad, and I'll say, well, you got to work the opposing one. If you work your biceps, you got to work your triceps. If you work your abs, everyone comes in and says, well, I want to get rid of this. How many sit-ups do I have to do? I said, push away from the table. It's probably the best thing you can do. But anything you do to work this, you work your back. Because otherwise this gets strong, this gets weak. Same thing with balance. The reason so many of us have bad posture is because we're always doing this. Things where we're doing like this. These muscles shrink. These muscles stretch. We create what's muscular imbalance. And we start to do this, then gravity starts to pull over, you get another muscular imbalance. I tell people if you sit for any length of time, and sitting is the number 1 enemy of us that want to stay fit, you get up and you roll your shoulders back. No need to roll them forward, you've been doing that enough. Roll them back, get yourself back in. Not only feels good, but see, now it's getting me back into good posture. Very important. Nutrition, also a very important component to fitness. I don't like to use the word diet. Diet kind of is a connotation of depriving yourself of something. Proper nutrition is a whole different thing. It's a lot of easy things. Sugar is one of the number 1 bad things. Pop, if it was up to me, Pepsi and Coke and all that wouldn't even be in business. Natural sugars are better for you than the fructose and the glucose and all the other coses and oses, and that's true. You want to try to get as many, well, natural is kind of an abused word too. You can put natural on anything and there's really no, but any natural thing that a good idea is if you can pronounce it, it's probably a good idea that you can eat it. If you can't pronounce it, you may want to be wary of it. And we don't want to give you a diet that deprives you. Somebody told me the other day and said, Gary, I got to tell you something. I said, what? He said, they did a study on the people that do The Biggest Loser, and like a huge percentage, I want to say 80 or 90% of them, about a year later, all got it back. Yeah. Because you cannot sustain that. I tell people if you want to lose 50 pounds in a month, then you can pay me to stop working here and have me live with you and yell and scream at you and make you cry. I can do it. I have the knowledge to do that to you. But now, are you going to be able to keep that up? See, if you make what we call smart lifestyle changes, one thing at a time, it's a lot easier to keep it up. If you lose a pound a week, it's a lot easier to have about 50 pounds a year from now. If you lose 50 pounds in a month, there's a good chance you're going to get it back. So that's why diet, I don't like to say that, but you make one smart choice. Eliminate 500 calories a day, one way or another. Read labels a lot. Don't be afraid of fat. oh, I'm under the no-fat diet or no-carb diet. You got to have some carbs, you got to have some fat. Good ones as opposed to bad ones. Your body needs a balanced diet. It needs one. You know, but I kind of look at things like, when I look at a label, it shouldn't have more than a third of its calories from fat, or somewhere in that area. Once in a while, I said I'll splurge, but as a general rule, a third of calories from fat is about all I want out of that. That's just something I look at. You know, it's 180 calories and it's 50 calories of fat. I go, that's okay.